Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down. Here we go.
They will run again with Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Bridgewater on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the 45. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. To throw, Bradford. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. They give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Bridgewater to throw it. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A little careless for the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
10 yards still left on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Now let's go.
To throw on second down. Stanton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Set! Punch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Stanton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Set!
Looking to throw on second down. Stanton. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Set! Green!
On third down, Stanton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Get ready!
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Bridgewater now. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Get ready! Wide 80! Wide 80!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings! Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They begin the drive with Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Stanton. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Sanu, the man in motion, left.
I got it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Force! Let's go!
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
But forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Get ready! Right 80! Tiger!
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Get ready! Blue 58! Blue 58!
They'll run here. It's Murray. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
No. Detroit! Here we go! Detroit! Green, 39! No. Check! Patriots!
Here's Coleman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, Not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on second down. Stanton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Gun, gun. Here we go. Philly, here we go. Blue line. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Tiger! Get ready! Tiger!
They run it again with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Now let's go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
To throw on second down. Stanton fights him off. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sharif Floyd able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey. All right, here we got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Leopard. Watch safety 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Stevenson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Larry. Get ready. Wide 80. Wide 80. Two jet. Set. Blue 58.
Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go. Blue force. Two jet.
A toss to Cook. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Bridgewater now on second down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Down throw for Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's go! Tiger! Set! Wide 80! Wide
A give. This is Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
To
throw, Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Blue boards.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Aguayo's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And some room to roam now. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go now.
Throwing on first down. Stanton. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
A final shot before break. Stanton. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play there, second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Murray. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Gun! All right, here we go. Gun!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Finding room at the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Stanton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeAndre Hall. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
There. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. To throw is Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some space here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So 5 yards remain now, still first down. Following the penalty. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Set. Wide 80. Wide 80. Check, check.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And Diggs has it. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. Alert. Two jet. Force.
Now Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Get ready.
Here's Bridgewater. It's complete to Diggs. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leroy Reynolds in there to bury him for a loss of 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Trying to improvise. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Stanton. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home. Leopard!
Operating from the gun, Stanton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, 4 down. Check, check. Over. Back down. Watch him now, Barney. Here we go now. Green, 39. Philly, here we go.
From the gun, Stanton. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Coleman now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Tight right. 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
3 down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. And it's the Bills that have added to their lead. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Get ready. Blue 58. We got 3.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And the hit Jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Get ready! Wide 80!
Bridgewater now. That's caught by Treadwell. He got 29 yards that time.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. With McKinnon. Always got some breathing room. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Duke Riley in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Bridgewater to throw it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Cook. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They come out here in the eye. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. A run. It's Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
Here we go now. Gun, 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 gun. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check flight 54. Flight 54.
They'll look to throw. And he finds Jason Morrow. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Falcons on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check, check. Presto.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Alert! Alert! 3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. 3-19! No, 3-19!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Seven yards to go on second down.
Double tight. Double tight. No, all right, here we go. 4 down, 4 down. Check. Detroit.
This is Coleman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Falcons on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 38-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And, Charles, you talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. That wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was a long-distance kick.
Brandon, it shows you the faith that this coaching staff has in their kicker. You're right. If this goes wrong, you're going to give up the ball near midfield. But that was an absolute rainmaker, and it's going to give him a late lead.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively? One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road day next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.